Hey, question 17, another website. This time they're really trying to see if you know how you get a website and then make it into a mobile phone version. So what we've got, food store, loads of pictures, loads of menus, loads of searches and shopping basket, etc. And they're just basically saying, it's all right for a website on a big computer, but it's not going to be the most suitable if it's for a user like a Palm Top or if it's for a tablet or even a mobile phone. And they're just asking for two reasons. Well, hopefully they're jumping out at you. The fact that there's a lot going on, so there's too much information for a small screen, right? The menus as well, they're going to be very hard to select if they're in a mobile phone because you've got different types of menus, but you've got a lot of them. And there's a lot of images that they'll take a fair bit of time to load up on a screen as well. So there is quite a few reasons. They're only asking for two. So the two that I've gone for is, well, a lot of information for a small screen. And it's going to take a while to load up all these chickens and burgers and I'm not sure what that is. Some cake or something. Right, so that's basically two reasons, but there is a fair amount. Right, so that's the two reasons there. Now you're buying goods online, so you'd have a username and a password, but also there's another way of making sure it's secure, and you'll see it if you log onto a site. You'll probably see it goes HTTPS. S stands for secure, and that's really meaning that this should be getting encrypted, and that just basically makes sure that the personal data is secure. So the company makes sure your data is secure so nobody else can access it, and you'd want to make sure that your data is secure as well. Now, having a website for a desktop computer is quite different to having one for a mobile phone because the mobile phone, although it runs the same way as any other computer, it's got inputs and outputs and processors, backing storage and memory. There are differences. Especially with hardware, your processor's not going to be as fast, you won't have as much memory either, so your backing storage has to be modified for that. And obviously they have operating systems specifically designed for mobile devices to and they're designed so they're not being hardware intensive, which just means they're not using too much processor speed or too much memory. So this is why they do have different types. So differences in operating systems and hardware. So that's essentially just differences in software and hardware. Here is the app that they've created anyway, so you can see it's your pretty typical one. Places to press, it's even got a wee microphone that you can speak into it as well. And they're basically leading on to the question of saying, well, in this app, tell us two devices that you could use in order to access the features or enter details about what you're looking for. And that's really touchscreen and microphone, so you can speak into it, or you can use your fingers and select. And the very last part of this question is they've got DVD of all the recipes, and they're then asking you about different types of storage. So these are the three types, right? So that's your hard drives, that's your DVDs and CDs, and that's the optical storage which you now have in phones or digital cameras, just like this, right? So that's that type of storage. So smartphone storing app, what type of storage? Well, I have one of these, right? Low power, they're robust, so they don't break easily, and obviously you can see they're fairly small, right? So that's called a solid state, right? So there's no moving parts in it, nothing spinning around. Next one's magnetic, so this is all your hard drives, so they're a lot cheaper to buy per, this is 4 gig, this will be more expensive than if I bought a hard drive that's 4 gig, probably a good chance you wouldn't get one as small as that, but it's got a lower cost per megabyte, and it comes in larger capacities. And your optical, well, you go about carrying a DVD around or a CD, buy it in the shops because it's nice and portable, right? So portable, CD's portable, not so much, but that's a nice low cost and it's a large capacity. And obviously this app, when it runs from back in storage, has to run into memory, and it's loaded up into RAM. And what type of memory is that? That's called random access memory. So that's just a wee abbreviation that you need to memorise. That is the end of that.